Today, we're going to share about 20 of our favorite things. We love having these conversations where we get to talk about things that we like, some big, some small, some silly. We know that you enjoy them too. And as always, we're just sharing them for fun. We're not affiliates in any way. We just like talking about it and we hope you'll enjoy it too. But before we get into that, Carla, I know you got some more traveling ahead of you. You've been to PTP. It seems like every time I talk to you, you're coming from someplace or heading to someplace. So I'm glad that you've got this little breather in the middle to record with us. What's up?
This is not one of my favorite things.
What is that? What is that?
It's a hand massager. I was really hoping it would be a favorite thing. It was a mommy markdown thing, and I thought, doing script writing all the time, I have sore hands, this muscle. That thing, it made me claustrophobic because it was like a compression and it squeezed down, and I was thinking, what if I can't get my hand out of this? So anyway,
Oh,
I just brought that in here because I'm going to send it back, but it is not one of my favorite things. So maybe we should have a not my favorite things
I was
episode.
thinking that exact same thing because I have a boatload of those things.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, everything's good. We are home until this is Monday. We're going to leave on Wednesday for Denver. So if you can see my floor down here, that's my pile of things I'm getting ready to put in a box or a bag or something. So next time we talk, I'll be in Denver, Lord
And
willing.
you'll be up there for about 5 weeks.
Mhm. Yep.
So that's not a quarter.
No, we'll come home mid quarter. I think it'll be the week of research week, I believe. Like
Hmm.
September the 6th or 7th, something like that. And then John will kind of do a hybrid thing from here. He'll teach online a little bit, and then we'll go back up for lectureship, and we'll just make that a quick flying trip. And so he's got it figured out. I'm not exactly sure how he's going to do it all, but it'll work out. So he's only teaching one class. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Well, it should be pretty weather. I'm a little
mm,
bit jealous. It won't be swampy at all.
no, no.
Very
I'm
nice.
always happy when we pull out this time of year, take a ride on Highway 290 and head north. Think it's August in Texas. See ya.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not sad about that. But I mean, there's reasons why we're having to kind of cut back, and I think I've already talked about that. So
Hmm.
mom's not all excited about us being gone, but she doesn't ever make me feel guilty about it. She knows that we're doing what we need to do. We're still working and we're fulfilling responsibilities, and she knows that. So I'm thankful for that. But she still doesn't look forward to me being gone. So, you know,
Yeah. She'll miss you.
I'll share her address maybe and people can send her a card. She might like that.
It's a great idea. Yeah. That's a great idea.
Mm. So what's new with you?
Well, I was going to share something interesting on here. I think it was the very last episode I mentioned the YouTube channel Welcome to My Curls, or maybe it was the one before that. But I was talking about how I had tried this shoe that I bought, I guess during Prime Days, because an influencer said that she liked them almost as much as Hoka's or Brooks or right,
Mm,
something like
I
that.
remember. Mm.
So Alicia Pennington texted me and said that the host of Welcome to My Curls is a childhood friend of hers. Like she has
Really?
known her all her life.
That's so funny.
And I know. And so then I started paying more attention because she her name is Renee. I don't know her last name, but she lives in Paducah, Kentucky. So that makes sense. She's in the same state.
Mm.
But I kind of felt like, she's got quite a bit of a large following. So I felt like Alicia knows kind of a celebrity and we know Alicia. So that kind of makes us celebrities.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
She's the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Have you ever heard of that?
That's right.
It's Alicia.
Yeah,
Are you still happy with those shoes?
I am. I'm actually wearing them right now and I'm very happy with them. Like I said, I wouldn't quite go as far as say they're as good as Hoka's just because when you first put them on, they don't have that moment, but they do hold up. My feet don't get sore. I love wearing them around this house with all the hardwood floors. I love taking them shopping in Sam's or Costco. And so they're good shoes for sure. But
Well, I
yeah.
have fallen down on my social media job and sharing all the things that we say, oh, we'll share that in the group next week. It's just been, everybody's busy, but PTP and the kids were here last week. Jake
Mhm.
and Liz and the kids were here. So I haven't done much. In fact, I fell behind on scripture writing, which I mean, I've fallen a few days behind before, but it was like 10 days this time. And we were right at the crucial. I mean, it was the crucifixion in John, and I didn't want to just rush through it. I could have taken the time to write, but I didn't want to just zip through it. And I just wanted to be able to slow down and really study it. So I'm trying to catch up on everything right now. Maybe the 14-hour drive to Denver, I can spend some of that time doing our social media and catching up on my writing. So
Yeah, so it doesn't bother you to do that in the car.
not the whole time, I don't want to do it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I can try to use some of my time other than sleeping and staring out the road.
Those are two phrases that just carry with it a natural amount of stress. Slow down and catch up.
Yeah.
Waiting for things to slow down. I'm trying to catch up. It's like,
Oh,
take a deep breath.
mhm. Yeah, it is. That is true. I hadn't thought about that. And they're like opposite phrases, but it
Mm.
implies that you need to slow down and that you're behind at the same time. So, yeah, story of my life. So, here's something a little funny. I think I told everyone last week that we had a 90th birthday party for Clinton Rutherford on Saturday evening, and it was a lot of fun. We had Clinton and my mother and Judy Templeton, Karen and Joe Ray Peroni, and Jerry and Carolyn Whitehead, and Rich and Carol Nelson. And in the midst of all this, I look over at Carolyn, and they're fairly new members of the Dripping Springs congregation. They came from Tennessee. And right in the middle of dinner, I look over at Carolyn and I remember I didn't send her a thank you note for right before we left to go to PTP. She just brought me dinner on Wednesday night. She knew that we were leaving like on Friday. Or
Aw.
maybe it was Sunday night. She knew we were leaving on Tuesday. And she brought me dinner for John and me, some chicken and rice and vegetables. And it was so helpful because she knew we were going to be busy and just so out of the blue. That's kind of good gossip that I'll just throw it in here.
Mhm.
But it was just funny because I was thinking to myself, oh, how ironic that this week's podcast is on manners and she sends thank you notes all the time. And I didn't send her a thank you note. So I texted her yesterday and said, I really am grateful. It just slipped my mind about sending a thank you note. And she said the same thing that we were talking about last week. I'm not waiting for a thank you note. She said, I had to ask myself, what did I do? But I thought, how ironic that I forgot to do the thing that I was saying last week that everybody should do. So,
Well, and she probably wasn't waiting for a thank you note. Have you ever received a thank you note well after the fact? Usually it's after a bridal shower or a baby shower, and I always feel like when it shows up, I go, "What's this?" And I
yeah,
open it up and I go, "Oh, okay." But it's not that, not even for a nanosecond had I ever thought, "How come I haven't received a thank you note yet?" You just don't. When you do stuff for other people, you're not going, "When are they going to thank me?"
and I knew she wouldn't, but it just made me feel bad that I hadn't done it. Plus the fact that we had just talked about
We
it
had just
on
talked
the podcast.
about it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we
But
spent last week
good.
we spent last week, we came home on Tuesday and on Wednesday, Jacob and Alyssa came with their kids.
Mhm.
And so we had fun. We put the little blow up pool on the back porch and they ran around and splashed in that. And it was just a lot of fun. And they took our piano home with them. I don't know if you remember, we had a piano.
Yes.
It was
How do they do that?
they had to rent a trailer.
Oh.
They'd been talking about it. It was one of those things that when I put those bookshelves in here, the piano was in the way. And I was kind of done needing it. And I
Mhm.
thought it's time to pass it on. And so it was kind of which of the boys and their families wants it. And they are the ones that ended up saying that they actually, I think Micah wanted it too, but he didn't have a place for it. So it was fun watching Micah and Courtney came down one day and Micah helped him load the piano. That thing is so heavy. I
Mm.
have moved it around myself before, but it's on wheels and pushing and shoving. But that was my grandmother's. So I took lessons on it when I was like third grade. My mom and her sister took lessons on it when they were little girls. And my grandfather bought it years ago. Looking at the serial number, it says that it was made somewhere between like 1890 and 1905. So it was an old one.
Wow,
Yeah. So I'm excited for them to have it. And now their kids can take lessons. So
that's special.
yeah, it was.
Hmm.
So what you been doing?
I have some news about our podcast.
You do.
Yes. So I was checking the stats. I don't do that very often, but every now and then I do. And it's just interesting that about 70 countries, so this is within the past 30 days, 70 countries have been listening in. Now, this does not include people watching on YouTube, and it's only four platforms, so I don't know all of them, but I thought about giving a little shout out to all of them. I even timed myself, like naming all the countries really quick, and it took me 47 seconds, but I'm not going to do that. But but we do. Thank you if you're listening from another country for listening in. That really means a lot to us.
70 countries?
Almost 70,
Wow.
70 countries.
I
So,
don't think
I
I
mean,
can name 70
it's
countries.
like, yeah, Tobago, Trinidad, Cayman Islands, Sweden, Egypt, South Africa, India, Brazil, Poland. I mean, it's just
Wow.
a lot, a lot. And then today, Neil sent me some really cool information. Our listen score is 35, which puts us on the global rank in the top 3%.
Wow.
So,
Listen score.
yes. So I took a picture of that information because I figured you would ask what that means. Here it is. So, what is the listen score? The listen score, or LS, is a metric that shows the estimated popularity of this podcast compared to other RSS-based public podcasts in the world on a scale of 0 to 100. The higher, the more popular. Calculated from first and third party data and updated monthly. The global rank, this podcast is one of the, that's ours. This podcast is one of the top 3% most popular shows out of 3,603,979 podcasts globally, ranked by a listen score, the estimated popularity score.
Are you sure he looked up the right podcast?
He
Not
sent me the
3%.
link.
That's
He sent
pretty.
me the link. I saw it for myself.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man, we should have a party.
we should have a party. Woohoo! So
That's
I
pretty.
thought that was pretty fun.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you shared that.
Yeah, yeah. And a little PSA, a little public service announcement I will offer to everybody. Have you seen that little thing going around where you can make brownies out of cottage cheese?
No. I can tell it's not a good thing.
It looks good. It looks like a brownie. The texture even comes at you blend cottage cheese, egg, cocoa powder, vanilla, and a little bit of some sort of natural sweetener or artificial sweetener. So I used a little bit of maple syrup. Or
Mhm.
did I use honey? I can't remember. Not very much, but you blend it all together and you just microwave it for like 3 minutes, and then you can top it with a little couple little mini chocolate chips. You can do that before you microwave it or what have you. So it looks really good. And when you put your spoon down into it, it looks so dense and creamy. And I was so excited because it's healthy. Like everything in there is good for you. And
Protein.
gross.
That was as good as my chicken pizza crust, huh?
Just do yourself a favor and don't. And I feel like since I've tried it, I see that thing everywhere. Everybody's sharing it and talking about how healthy it is and how delicious it is, and it is not good. It might be good for you, but it does not taste good. Or at least don't go into it thinking it's going to taste like a brownie in any way, shape, or form. It
Not
smells
fun.
like one.
So
'Cause
cottage cheese, eggs, cocoa, a little
vanilla.
vanilla.
And then you can either use an artificial sweetener or a tiny little bit of honey or maple syrup. So it's supposed to be high protein, you know.
Wonder if you put a few oats in there, like our banana morning thing. You're not going to try it again, are you?
No, no, that was a big no for me.
Um, There are some winners in the attempt to substitute this for that or whatever. And
Mhm.
one of them for me is that ranch dressing. I used Greek yogurt and
Yes.
blended it with cottage cheese and ranch dressing mix and a little, like 1 teaspoon of Duke's mayonnaise. And it tasted just like to me, ranch dressing, and it's like 1 point for as much as you want. And I love that because I
Oh,
like ranch
yeah.
dressing. But yeah, there are some things that are just a big no. Uh-uh.
Mhm.
Sorry, not gonna do it.
It was
And
very disappointing. Very disappointing.
well, thanks for saving me the trouble of trying that.
Welcome. That's what friends are for.
You, you took one for the
I took
team.
the fall for both of us.
Well, speaking of that oatmeal banana thing that we make in the morning that you turned me on to. So I kept making that. I tried really hard to stay on the Weight Watchers while Jake and Liz were here. And Jake loves when he comes, it's like all the childhood things. He goes straight for the pantry and he's looking for junk cereal. And he's a very healthy eater. So I think I disappointed him because I didn't have all that stuff. But so I was making our banana oatmeal thing one morning and I mixed it all together and I'm looking at it thinking, of course, people talking and there's babies running around and things happening and I'm looking at it going, it just doesn't look right, but I can't, I don't know, whatever it is. And so I stuck it in the oven anyway. And when I pulled it out 30 minutes later, I looked at it and I had not put the oats in it. So it was baked banana and egg. And it was not good either. It really needed the oats. So it was just one of those, distracted cooking kind of things.
One year, my sister made the pecan pie for Thanksgiving. I believe it was the year she hosted all of us for Thanksgiving several years ago. And it was the same scenario. Something was off, but she had a lot going on and she was in a hurry. And it wasn't until it came out of the oven that she realized, I think she never put the eggs in there. And so it was just, I mean, it still tasted good, but it was just all runny, no,
Yeah.
no hold whatsoever. It was just the nuts and then a bunch of runny sweetness underneath. We still ate it.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it was still good. My mom used to tell me, well, she would say, I can't cook or concentrate when there's so many people here. And I remember thinking, I mean, what's the difference? And now I know it's just different.
Definitely the same way. Yeah.
Um,
I have some
but-
personal news.
okay.
I'm
Not too personal, I
starting.
hope.
What?
Not too personal, huh?
Not anymore. I'm starting a Bible marking YouTube channel.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you. That's your specialty. One of the many,
Well, what's that?
one of the many specialties that you
Oh,
have.
thanks. Yeah, I started thinking about it the other day, and I've never done that before. I've written about it and I've taught about it at, different events or whatever, but I've never really taken video of it or anything. So I have a brand new Bible that I bought just for the occasion so that we can mark it up together. So I'm excited about that. And I don't know if we're recording early this week, so I don't know if by the time this airs next week, if I'll have anything out yet, but I should be close.
Well, that'll be really cool. You know what would be kind of neat for you to have maybe down the road? Have you seen those interactive screens? It's like a great big iPad.
Hmm.
And so when you're marking on it, it's kind of like the old timey overhead projectors, but it's a smart screen. That would be kind of cool for you to have something like that to show,
Yeah,
but
I
maybe
thought about that. I think Michael Height used that and when he was teaching, right? His ministry tech class, because he would
uh,
mark in the text on the screen and you could see it up on the wall.
yeah, I think that was just his iPad projecting, but these are actual,
Oh.
it's like an actual smart screen. And I'm sure next week we can find out from people who know what they're talking about other than me. But you
Mhm.
can use your finger to write on it, or you can use a pen, like a stylus, to write on it. So you could, anyway, it doesn't matter because you'll have what you need anyway. Because part of the beauty of what you do is that all you need is your Bible and some pens. But it would be kind of fun to be able to watch you do it on a screen too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, neat. Well,
All right.
that's it's going to be good. Good for you.
Is there anything else you want to share before we hop into some show and tell?
Well, just one thing. So PTP in Sevierville is like 2-ish weeks away. Well, by the time this comes out, it'll be like a week and a half away. And Bible Passages, which is mine and John's ministry, along with Brian Ketchum and a few others, uh, there's going to be a display that we're going to have, and it's going to be really neat. I'm not exactly sure where it's going to be yet, but somewhere in the display hall where you go for, they have bookstores and different displays. But Patrick Hammock is another guy that we work with, and he has put this really, really cool model together that I think this is going to be ready in time where you can go, it's a model of Solomon's temple
Hmm.
and you can walk through it. That may or may not happen, that part, but what I know for sure he's going to have up there is 2 years ago when we were there with a group, Brad and Glenda were with us on this particular trip, the Winteries.
Hmm.
And Brad went up on the Temple Mount with a 360 camera. He was holding it. It's one of those that sticks up in the air and it's basically videoing all around, like up, down, all around. And so you can put an Oculus on, one of those things that goes over like a virtual reality thing. And you can like look up and around and behind you, and it's like you're there.
Mm,
And so Patrick has got this all set up where he's going to have two Oculuses or oculi. I don't know what the plural of Oculus is. And it will have chairs because we didn't want people to like be falling around as they walk on the Temple Mount. But people can come and they can walk on the Temple Mount. And I
that's
think
pretty.
it's going to be really neat just to
Mhm.
see that's where the temple used to stand. Now it has the Dome of the Rock. It's a Muslim mosque, but you can see, get a feel for where it stands on the topography of Jerusalem. You can see the Mount of Olives in the distance. And so if whoever's listening is going to be at PTP, come by
Mhm.
our booth and check out what we do. That's just kind of a fun thing that we'll be doing, but you'll be able to see the different videos and the different things that we have going on. So just wanted to kind of give a plug for the Bible Passages booth at PTB.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
So we're going to hop on into our favorite things, and I think I'm going to go first because I think I have more than you do.
Okay.
And so the first one that I'm going to share is my new bread Dutch oven. So when I'm cooking a loaf of bread or sourdough bread, I typically cook it in a Dutch oven. And Neil had bought me this really beautiful Dutch oven. I don't remember if it was for Christmas last year or what, but it's white with all this beautiful blue on it. I've shared that on here before. And I was still baking bread in my older Dutch oven. And I finally decided to make a loaf in my new one, but it cooks it at too high of a temperature and it took me a long time to clean it out and I didn't want to ruin it. Anyway, Neil ended up buying me a bread Dutch oven. It's a Dutch oven just for baking bread and it's really heavy because it's also cast iron,
Oh,
but that's what it looks
yeah,
like. And so it's a little bit like an inverted Dutch oven in that it's shallow on the bottom, you can see,
yeah.
and then it has a really deep lid
Mhm.
like that. So you can put your parchment paper in there and your bowl, your dough, and then bake it. And it's specific, it's making a lot of racket now, sorry.
Can hear it. Okay.
Specifically for, you can't hear it, baking bread. So that's my first one is a bread, sourdough bread Dutch oven. Doesn't
I've
have,
seen those before, but I didn't know that that's what it was. I wondered why it had a big dome on the top. So cool.
yeah. All right, what you got?
I'm going to be there in a few weeks and I'd be happy to test
We'll
with
try
bread.
it out. That's right.
Okay. Well, where did I put it? Okay. My first one is one that you have shared before, but I didn't use it then when you shared it. And I just, people may have forgotten about it and I wanted to bring it back up. It is the
Mhm.
popcorn popper
Mhm.
is it Joyce that told you about it?
Yeah, Dana Simpson told me about it.
Dana.
We used ours last night.
Well, we pretty much use it every night now. So, it flattens so you can store it easily, but you just put your unpopped kernels down in the bottom and it even has little lines if you want a small serving or a larger serving. And then you cover it with this floppy lid and then turn on your microwave and you don't need any oil to pop it. You just pop it. And then another thing, I don't know if you've ever used this, but this is a spray butter. It's not really butter, it's chemicals, I'm sure, but it
Mhm.
gives the flavor of butter and it's 2 calories for several sprays, but it's 0 points, which is one of the reasons I like it. And
Mhm.
just add this and a little salt, and it's a 0 point snack, which I love. And it's crunchy and so just wanted to bring that back up, bring it back out of the archives for a favorite thing because it is one
Yeah.
of my favorite things.
We have it every Sunday night. That's our Sunday night snack now. It used to be a bowl of mac and cheese.
This is slightly healthier.
Now it's popcorn. And we've tried a lot of different things that, people have recommended, but we still go back to my favorite combination is I spritz it with olive oil cooking spray and I spritz it with I can't believe it's not butter spray and then sea salt and
Okay.
mix it all up. And that's our favorite combination.
I do have that. I can't believe it's not butter spray. I hadn't tried that on it yet. I should.
Yeah. I spray the olive oil cooking spray. I can't believe it's not butter spray salt. And then I like mix it up and then I spray all that again and then mix it up. I do it about 3 or 4 times and it's just right.
Yeah,
That's what we like. Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So my next one is one of these flat hair clips. I don't know if you can kind of tell in the video here. It's rounded on the top and then flat on the bottom. And so if you're putting your hair up like this, normally, I mean, I don't have a lot of hair now these days to do it with, but normally if I ever put a clip in the back of my hair, it starts to give me a headache. It doesn't matter what kind it is. It just kind of pulls or weighs down or something like that. But something about these particular clips do not do that at all. I feel it holds them really well. See those long teeth?
Yeah. Mhm.
It holds them really well, but there's zero pressure. And this one came in a set of maybe 4 or 5 different colors. And it was really, really cheap. We'll share the links for all these things if maybe, if we can remember.
Gonna
But
try.
it's really cheap. So I'm thrilled that I found something that actually holds my hair up and it doesn't give me a headache. So that's the next one.
What's the brand?
I don't, it's not on here. I'll have to look it up when I send the link.
Get it from Amazon or somewhere else?
Amazon.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have. Okay, I'm already starting my list of things that you have that get
Yeah.
them.
Well, I had seen somebody use something similar on a video, and I was just trying to find them for myself on Amazon. And this is what I found and tried and loved it. So I'll share it. I'll send you the information before it comes out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Okay. My next one is a food. So if you have flown on Southwest Airlines recently, they have switched, at least the routes that we fly, they've switched from just the little rinky dink, whatever it was that they, the pretzel mix that they would serve. And now they have started serving this stellar pretzel braid brand. This is not the flavor that they serve,
Mhm.
but me and a pretzel. I've never met a pretzel I didn't like, but flavored pretzels are my weakness. And I I can't sit down with a bag of them. I have to pre-portion them. But this flavor, it's stellar pretzel braids. And this flavor is called sweet and sparky. And it rivals the dots for me.
Wow.
It really does. This is like, it's a little heat. It says it's vegan butter braid seasoned with spicy buffalo blend and monk fruit. So there's a little sweet and a little hot. And it's baked with love in the USA.
Well, there
And
you go.
there's like 4 or 5 different flavors. And the one that they have served on the Southwest flights we've been on is like it's like a hot, no, this is the buffalo. Like it's an onion flavor that they serve, and it's really good too, but they're not cheap, of course. Nothing, it seems like nothing really good is cheap,
Mhm.
but, I haven't seen them like at Walmart. These I got at Central Market, but I think Whole Foods would have them too, or I'm sure Amazon does. So I have to pre-portion. It's 12 of them for 120 calories, or it's 12 servings per container. So 1 ounce is 120 calories. And I just pull them out 8 at a time because that's 1 point, and I just eat 8 of them. But they're pretty big. They're fatter than just a regular skinny little pretzel. So
Mhm.
that's my number one of the food category, stellar pretzel braids.
Yeah, it was funny when we were talking before we hit record. I said, I think like 4 of mine are food related. You said you had some too. So.
Yeah, we
And
can't
so
help
my next one I'm very excited about, and it is food related. Have you ever tried Island Way sorbet?
it. No,
Can
I
you
have
see it
not.
or is
It
it
looks yummy
glaring?
though. I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, so these things are incredible. We ran across them at Sam's. You can get them in any grocery store, but they are cheaper at Sam's. This is a 10 pack and it's The cool thing about them is they come in a real fruit shell.
Hmm.
So they have a pineapple shell, an orange shell, and a lemon shell, and a grapefruit shell. And then the flavors are pineapple coconut, red berry, and ruby grapefruit, mango orange, and tangy lemon. And they are so, so good. They're individually wrapped in here. You just keep them in your freezer and pull them out. And then on the back, it has the like calorie count, and they're really not bad. It's 70 calories, 80 calories, 110 calories, and then the pineapple coconut is 140 calories, but it's also the biggest one. You know, a pineapple shell is a lot bigger than a little lemon shell.
That makes it just fun.
Oh, it's so fun. The first time we tried this, Gary and Chelsea were having dinner with us also, and they loved them. And so I hope they I hope this keep stays around for a long time because it's just kind of like it's a nice little treat. It's refreshing. It's so delicious, but you don't feel like you're just,
Hmm.
breaking the bank with your snack or something. So, and
Well,
it's fun
cool.
if you've had grilled chicken, or a cookout, or this is the perfect little party food, to pull out when you have company. And
So
so,
there's 10 in a package.
yes. And at
Cool.
Sam's, I believe it's about $13. It seems like it's 12.99 for this package of 10.
Mm. So that's like what, $1.29 per serving? Not
Hmm.
too bad.
Hmm.
Okay. I like it. All
Hmm.
right. My next one is an earring brand, and the name of the company is Oak Clementine. And I love these little huggies. They're little tiny ones. I don't know if you can see.
Hmm.
They're multicolored, but they
Cute.
make all different, they call them, like I said, huggies. They're just small. They hug your ears, but they don't tarnish. And they have all different fun colors, and they have gold and they have silver. They have some, they call these are the super chunky huggies, which now that I think about that, I don't know if I like the, the sound of that.
I give a lot of those.
I really mean the thin huggies, but anyway, they're the super chunky huggies.
Oh,
And
Clementine.
yeah, and sometimes it comes across my feed as Eau Clem, but Eau Clementine. And they're fairly inexpensive. I think these were like $24. And the first time you order from them, it's a buy one, get one free.
Oh.
And they have like hoops, big round hoops, and they have different shapes. And like I said, they have gold. One of the ones that they've had this summer that were cute were fruit, little tiny fruits all over them, which is really not my, I don't go around wearing fruit, but they were cute. But they have really good customer service, and I just think that they're fun. I wear these with everything because all different colors on them go with everything. Goes well with all of the primary colors and the pastel colors. So
Mhm.
that's my next one is Oh Clementine Jewelry
So there's
Company.
no post in them. It just kind of
No,
goes onto your earring.
there is.
Yeah.
There is.
Oh,
It's you can see the post.
oh, the little round.
Then it
Mm,
yeah, it clicks shut. And it
gotcha.
has a very definite click when it shuts, so you don't have to wonder if it's
Okay.
in or not. So
Mhm.
that's my next.
All right. So my next one is we're going to talk mascara.
Okay, good.
So I have been looking for a really good mascara, and I've tried more expensive ones. I've tried Thrive. I've tried all the things, and for various reasons, I haven't liked. I don't like tubing mascaras. I've learned that about myself. Um, so anyway, I just went to the store and I tried a cheap brand. This is CoverGirl Lash Blast Bond mascara. CoverGirl Bond is what you see, and then it says Lash Blast. La- Lash Blast.
Okay.
Say it 10 times fast. And so the reason I like this is because it's not messy and I love the shape of the wand and it doesn't look like I'm trying to have false eyelashes. I don't really like that look either, so I was really liking this. Well, almost the day after I bought this, I saw somebody on Facebook, somebody that you and I both know, like a real person. I just can't remember who it was. Um, talking about mascara recommendations. So if somebody's listening in and you know who that is, you can let us know who that was. Somebody's firing a gun outside. Can you hear that?
Oh, like real close?
Yes, like somebody in my household, it's Gary. He's shooting at something and he's stomping on whatever it is. I can see him. He is,
Right.
this is live, folks, happening live right here on Looking Up.
it a snake?
Probably because he was shooting at the ground and then just I could see him stomping on something on the
Okay,
ground.
I need you to go ask him what it is and come
This
back.
is country life. Let me text him while we're talking what he just shot. And I will keep telling you about mascara. So anyway, actually I cannot multitask at all.
I will give you a moment to pause
What
and text Terry.
did you shoot?
The world is waiting to know.
So anyway, like the very next day, somebody's asking about mascara, and so many people kept recommending this brand right here. It's a really fun looking tube, by the way. It's called Essence Lash Princess
Hmm.
False Lash Effect. All right. So, and the best part about it is everybody's saying it's on sale right now for $3.99. And so I ordered one, and really, even when it's not on sale, it's dirt cheap. I think it's like $4.99 if it's not on sale. So I ordered it. So here is my, I've decided I like this one better. I like the CoverGirl brand better. And the reason is because this one does wear well. It does have a good wand. It has I like how it goes on. It's not mushy, messy. But he hasn't replied yet. But it's hard to wash off. And so I don't want to have to, I guess if you do that extra step of putting on eye makeup remover, I have it. I just don't want to do that. And so for me, that's a no because I don't want to wash my face and look up and I've still got raccoon eyes. And this one's hard to get off. And I don't think it's waterproof. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's waterproof. I think it's just hard to wash off. But so anyway, I've decided my favorite mascara now is this CoverGirl Lash Blast Bond mascara.
Okay,
And it's
good to
not
know.
expensive. It's like $10.
So when you wash your eye makeup off, do you just wash your face and you just because I always have to use like mascara or a Neutrogena or something like that makeup remover. You don't do
Mm-mm,
that?
mm-mm. I just use my facial wash. I splash my face with water, put facial wash in my hands, scrub my face, rinse my face. That's it.
You don't pull on your lashes to get mascara off?
No, I'd be too afraid of pulling my eyelashes out, whatever I have left.
Well, that's interesting because I always have to like I pull one of those sheets out. You know, I'm talking about the sheets of and I like hold it on my eyelashes and then pull gently to get the
Mhm.
mascara off. But if it was something that I could just wash my face,
I do not do that. But if you do that, you might like this princess thing.
well,
Essence.
no, I don't like doing it. That's what I'm saying. If the kind of mascara you're using doesn't require that, then I'm going to switch.
Yeah. All right, what you got?
Okay. Is it time to share our favorite foundational garments?
Sure. Oh, I didn't bring mine to show because,
Well, I'm not going to show mine.
yeah.
No.
I mean,
So,
I started looking around like, sure, like I'm going to pull it up. And then I thought, I'm not showing it.
no. Okay, you and I've had a running conversation for the last, what, how many years of I'm still looking for the perfect. And I'm not going to say what it is because you're a woman, you'll know when I say upper foundational garment, what I'm talking about. And we would find one and we'd send it to each other and say, I really like this one. And then like 2 months later, no, don't like it. Because it takes a while to decide whether or not you like it. But I finally found one that I have been using for, I don't know, a year maybe. And there's nothing about it that I don't like. So I thought, like we discussed ahead of time, why wouldn't we share something that we've had? Because we know if you and I are struggling to find the perfect one, then other people are too. So mine is made by Warner's and it is a wireless because that to me is, I've just never enjoyed being stuck with a wire anywhere in particular, in that area. So no wires, and it's a t-shirt foundational garment under the t-shirt foundational garment, and it's called the No Side Effects Underarm Smoothing Wireless T-shirt Foundational Garment. And again, I'm just using that phrase. I don't want to flag anything, we don't want to be we don't even want to be a PG rated.
That's
So,
all right. Underarm smoothing. I'm writing all these things down that you're saying.
okay. It does not slide off the shoulder like a lot of them do. That was my main complaint about so many of them is you find yourself tugging things back up all day long. And I can't stand it having to do that. And you don't. it's not a super wide strap, but it's fairly wide. It's not skinny. And what?
Gary's coming up here. Hey, is that you?
Yeah.
I
Come
am.
show us.
Come, did you bring, what did you shoot? You don't want to say. He doesn't want to say. Just text me.
It's
He's,
not a snake.
I said, what did you shoot? And he went,
Okay.
not happening. So I said, just text me. He walked, I didn't tell them I was recording. He walked up here and he was like, he saw the screen.
Whoops. Well, now I'm super
Well, he's
curious
gonna,
about
yeah, I know, me too.
if he shot it and
Something
stomped on it.
shot it and stomped on it. Something gross, apparently.
So anyway,
Um,
Warner's.
okay.
No
Yeah. So
suspect.
the funny thing is we didn't talk about this ahead of time, but before we hit record, you said, okay, one of mine is kind of a personal item. And I said, me too. So we both came up with one of those foundational, what were you
Garment.
called? Garments,
Foundational garment.
foundational garments. And mine is what made me decide to share this is I opened my foundational garment drawer the other day, and I'm pulling all of these out that I'm not wearing, even though I've bought them recently because for whatever reason I don't like them. And some of them the straps don't stay in place, or there's a million reasons not to like it. And I keep going back to this one that I ordered in December of 2023. And but I only had one of them. And so it's like every week when it gets washed, I'm scrambling around to find something else to wear. So anyway, mine is the Burley, Berlei Women's Beauty Everyday Minimizer Foundational Undergarment. Now you won't like it. Don't write it down. You won't like it because it's underwire.
Okay.
But I love everything about it, and it's supportive
Mhm.
like you want, especially when you get to be our age, and reliable and comfortable but structured. It's like all the things. I'm trying to explain why I love
Yeah.
it.
Without using certain words.
Yes. So anyway, share
I've
the
never
link.
heard of Burley.
Me neither. And it's not really cheap.
None of
Um,
them are. None of the good ones are.
yeah. So I think this one is about 60. But I went back. I just finally went back. I told Neil and I was like, I have a whole drawer of these things that I do not wear. I just keep digging through trying to find something, and I just want to get rid of all of them and get the only ones that I like. So I went back and ordered a couple more. And then I thought, that's going on my favorite things list.
Mhm. Yeah, well, I'm glad you finally found the one that you've been looking for, and I found the one I've been looking for.
Right.
Well, good deal.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you too. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
You think about the amount of money we spend looking for one,
Mhm.
you add all that up and it's way more than just the cost of one good one. So you did the right thing.
Yeah, I purchased a couple on Mommy Markdown and a couple more that I've seen here and there that have a lot of hype,
Mhm.
and then it's just not for me. So,
Yeah. Speaking of garments, this little side note, that's one of the things John always teases the kids. He'll say, "You have garments all over your body." And they're like, it makes them nervous because they don't know what garments are. And they'll say, "I do not. I don't have garments on my body." And then he'll say, "And I also heard that you slumbered in your bed last night." And then that makes them mad too because I did
know what
not.
that means.
Yeah, he's just mean that way. Okay, my next one is another food thing, and it's a little unconventional, but it is this brand of San Marzano tomatoes. And now I need to know, you just made a face. Can you,
Oh,
can
I
you say
just
what it
read
is?
what happened. It's a terrible story.
Oh,
Now I hate that we shared this publicly.
well,
So, should I? Mm. Okay, here's what happened. They have a little kitten, not little anymore, but still kitten named Boo. Apparently, Boo got a hold of a baby rabbit and was out there tormenting it.
poor baby rabbit.
And
Gary had to put it out of its misery, huh?
yes, yes. So, anyway, Gary goes into why he was trying to make sure it was completely out of his misery. So, anyway, he said, Also, very sorry for shooting while you were recording. If I had known, I wouldn't have used a gun.
Well, that was probably much less painful than any other method would have
That's
been.
very sad. I thought it was like a scary snake or something, but low.
Yeah, it's country life.
Country life for sure. Anyway,
Okay.
you were saying?
Well, tomatoes, anybody? Tomatoes? I feel like Vanna White.
Mhm.
So I have mentioned San Marzano tomatoes many times on here because they're more expensive, a good bit more expensive, but they make all the difference in the world, I think. And I don't eat tomatoes. Like I don't just straight out eat them. But these to me, if you blend them up, that's all I need for pizza sauce. I don't even need seasoning in these. It just
Mhm.
makes good pizza sauce. So if you're I used these in lasagna the other night, just blended them up, and I'll use them for soups and stews. So if you go buy some of this, any San Marzano tomato is going to be more expensive because they come from Italy, but they really are to me that
Mhm.
good and make such a difference. So I've mentioned them before, but I thought I would just show what they look like. San Marzano. These always have basil in them. Yeah, it always has like one, it says with basil leaf on the side. So if you find something that is green and looks like a piece of spinach, it's not spinach, it's basil in your tomatoes.
Which is what makes them taste so good.
That adds to it for sure.
Well,
That's
we
it.
do eat a lot of tomatoes and we have a lot coming in. So we've been making BLTs
Mhm.
on sourdough bread. And we just found some. We were at Costco recently, which I'm going to mention here in a second. In fact, I might as well do that now. I'll do that now. My next favorite thing is Costco, the whole store. It's
Yeah.
the whole store. Because I was going to mention something that we just found there. And then I thought, oh, I want to mention this as a favorite thing. And then I thought, I'm just going to throw out the whole store. One of the things that we just bought there was they have that thick cut bacon. They have flavored, like of course they have your traditional hickory. They have a brown sugar one, but they have a jalapeno bacon. And so yesterday, our Sunday dinner was BLTs made with the garden fresh tomatoes and that jalapeno thick cut bacon, and it was delicious. But a couple of other things that I got was, look at this. They have yogurt that's
Huh.
A2 organic whole milk yogurt, grass-fed cows. I
What does
mean,
A2 mean?
A2 has to do with the type of protein that's in milk. It's the type of cow milk that I think only has the A2 type protein, whereas most milk has A1 and A2. And apparently it has something to do with digestion. Like some people have trouble digesting milk. It's that A1 protein that makes it hard for them. So most Jersey cows have A2 protein in their milk,
Okay.
which is why it's such a great dairy cow to have. But look at this. This is their yogurt. Bellwether Farms, A2 organic whole milk yogurt, grass-fed cows. Way to go, Costco. And then I had heard about this from somebody else, and we picked it up while we were there. And this is organic chicken sausage, um, sausage links. And the ingredients are completely clean. I mean, it is only organic chicken, water, sea salt, and organic spices and organic lemon peel powder. That is all that's in here. So
And I'm
they
looking up on
just
my app.
they just do such a good job of having lots of great options. So that's
Only
my
two
new favorite thing,
points.
Costco. We don't have a Costco here, but anytime we're in the Nashville area, there's like three in the
Yeah.
Nashville area. So if we kind of make sure we're going to be close to one whenever we travel there.
Well, it's fun because you never know what you're going to find there. There's certain things that you know you can always find there, but they always have like samples and then you end up buying the things that they give you samples of. But it's just a variety of things and it always changes. Seasonally changes. So yes, I agree wholeheartedly. That's a fun store to go into. So those chicken sausage patties are only 2 points per patty. That's not bad.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, all right. My next one I can't really show you except I have a picture of it. HEB, the world's best grocery store, as you know, they had patio olive trees this year.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
And here's a picture.
Ah,
I
I
bought
love
two of them,
it. I want one of those so bad.
and they're doing really well thanks to John.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So they were like $22, and
Wow.
we like olive trees anyway because it reminds us of Israel, and we
Right.
have the perfect climate and temperature here for olive trees. And so we've gotten so much rain that they are growing really well. And I don't know, I'm probably going to have to ask you sooner or later, either leave them in, maybe a patio just means that it doesn't get really big. I'm not sure. But I don't know if we're going to have to take them out of these pots and put them in the ground somewhere. But they have been so fun to have. And when we bought them, they were taped to, sticks to hold them upright. And we're probably gonna have to start putting some more sticks in there to keep them growing upright, but they're just so fun.
I
I
love that. I'm so jealous. Yeah,
wish I could bring you one.
you too. That's really cool.
Yeah,
We don't have the same, zone that you do, but yeah. Okay, so my next one is another food item. It's Watkins organic garlic peppercorn grinder. Have you seen this?
I think so, yeah.
So I put this on everything. I mean, like everything, meats, vegetables, green beans, especially. And all it has in it is organic spices, organic dehydrated garlic, sea salt, organic dehydrated onion, red bell pepper, lemon peel. Those are the ingredients, and they're all organic. And so, they're whole, of course, inside the bottle, and you just like you do with a salt or pepper grinder, and it comes out and it smells so good when it comes out. You can even put it on top of deviled eggs. But anyway, I haven't had it very long, and it's already almost half gone because I use it all the time. It's just
I
a
love
great
that brand.
purpose.
Yeah. But you just get it at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love the brand. We were with Rick and Pam Randall at the rodeo one time, and they have a booth. Watkins has a booth there, and she bought some herbs de Provence, however you say that. So I bought some too because I figured if she bought it, it must be really good. And I love those. I love that combination of herbs that whatever it is, I'm not sure what all's in it, but it's a good brand. Okay. My next one is salty and peppy shakers. And they're collectible now because they were from like the 40s. So these were my grandmother's, but I have
Oh,
found some at Goodwill, different places. I love these in particular because this guy looks like he's scowling. And I put it right next to this guy who's like, what, me? Who? Me? What did I do? It's my imagination. But some of them are small, some are big, but I just think they're so fun. I don't keep salt and pepper in it, but
mhm.
it's something that I have taken to collecting whenever I find them at little antique stores or look
Hmm.
into them at Goodwill somewhere. I just think they're fun and add a little bit of whimsy and a little bit of color. So salty and peppy shakers. I love them.
Very cute. So my next one is an app that I've probably mentioned before, but I couldn't remember for sure, and I use it all the time. But it's called Picture This. Picture This app, and it's plant identification. So if it's a tree or a plant or a flower or a weed or whatever you have growing in your yard that you have no idea what it is and you want to identify it, all you do is you hold that up, and it's a free app. Now they're going to want you to upgrade. But I haven't
Hmm.
really found anything about the upgraded version that makes me want to upgrade anyway. It does what I need it to do. But you just hover over it and take a picture, and then it sends you what it is, and it even sends you like other names for it, what it's used for, how to care for it, if it looks like something's wrong with your plant. Yeah. So if you plant something in your garden and you forget what you thought you were going to remember, but you didn't, or something random starts growing, anyway, we use it all the time. We use it when we're traveling and we run across something interesting. And so picture this app.
Fun.
Mhm.
Okay. My next one is something fun too. It's called a table saw. Have I mentioned it before on here?
I don't think so.
It's a cake slicer.
Oh, that's cute.
I found it in a kitchen store a few months ago. So it's, not super sharp, but it's sharp enough that it'll cut into a cake. But I like it that it is wide enough that when you cut, you can, tilt the cake over and carry it to the plate with this. And there's not really anything fancy about it, but it's just fun and I like it. So it's one of my favorite things.
It's
It's
cute too.
simple.
You always find
Tabletop.
fun things.
Well, and it's made by, I think it says Fred. Fred made it.
Good job, Fred.
Fred in China.
Okay, my next one is just an idea, and it's Neil's idea. I'm sharing it because it's my new favorite snack. But we have always bought these from Sam's, but you can get them anywhere. This is Member's Mark unsalted deluxe mixed nuts. So this one is the one that has the almonds and cashews and pecans and pistachios and hazelnuts. So unsalted deluxe mixed nuts. Well, Neil recently discovered we also get these dried cranberries, like for protein balls and lactation cookies and things like that. Well, he discovered that if you mix these together, dried cranberries and these unsalted deluxe mixed nuts, it tastes like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without the bread.
Okay.
And he texted me one day from work and he was like, "You have got to try this." And he said it tastes like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without the bread. And I thought, right. And I tried it and it really does.
Hey, even if it's a pecan that you're eating, it still tastes like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Oh, well, that's a good snack and it's healthy.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I like it. I'll try it.
Okay.
All right, my next one is something also that I can't show you, and I didn't take the time to go take a picture of it, but we had to replace our mailbox a couple months ago because we'd
Oh.
had the same one for the 30 years that we've lived there. And so anytime I would pull the lid open, the whole thing would like shift back. And so anyway, we had to replace it. And we bought one that is a locking mailbox. And I had never seen one before, but our neighbor across the street put one in and the peer pressure worked on us. So it just opens at the top and if you want them to pick something up, there's a little clip. So you clip your mail in there and then shut the lid. So it's like a tilting door. But
Okay.
when they put the mail in, they open that door, slide it in. It's like the mailbox that you put your stuff in at the post office. And then you shut the lid and it slides down into the box. So that
Oh,
for
I
us to
see.
be able to get it out, we have to have our key.
I see.
Yeah. And that it just has made me feel a whole lot better because a lot of times we have tour payments or something like that coming to our address. So if you mail a check, it just feels so much more secure. Plus, when we're not home, a lot of times I'll stop the mail, hold it until we get back. But occasionally, for a couple of days, I won't do that. But I don't worry about what's in the mailbox because it locks. So I highly
Yes.
recommend a locking mailbox.
Mhm. Good one. So my next one is a new author that I've started reading. Her name is Gabrielle Meyer. This is the current book that I'm
Across.
reading, and this is fiction. And so I had run across her name before, but never was interested in it because the description makes it sound a little bit science fiction, and that's just not really an interest of mine. And because it's sort of a time travel kind of thing. Now I've read books that are dual time periods, but it's not one person traveling back and forth in time. And so I've never been interested in it. Well, in this inspirational fiction group that I'm in, somebody was asking for a new read or recommend. No, no, no. What they said was, "What book have you read this year that you would go back and read again and again?" And so many people kept recommending this author and this series. It's called Timeless. And so I thought, I'm just going to give it a try. Well, let's just say I'm on book four.
Oh, wow.
There's
Every
six in the
fire.
series. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm on book four. So what it is she lives two separate lives and they're in completely different periods. Like one could be in the 1700s and one could be 1921. And by her 21st birthday, she has to decide which one she wants to stay in for the rest of her life.
Hmm.
And so, of course, you can imagine things that would complicate that, like falling in love or leaving behind a younger sister who's struggling. So,
Mm.
are you willing to give up your happiness and where you really want to be to not leave your sister? It's like, anyway, it's very well written. It's very good. Um, Then I'm not even to book 5 yet, and everybody says that's by far their favorite. And I have found these all delightful. So, The Timeless series by Gabrielle Meyer.
Good to know. I always am in the market for a good new book author.
Hmm.
Okay, my next one is where did it go? I'll do that last. Okay, so here's one. And it's just a very simple pen, but it's
Hmm.
the one that I prefer for scripture writing. It's the Inkjoy Papermate Inkjoy Gel .7. What is the one you use .01 or something for your Bible
In the
marking?
Figma? Yeah. Oh, one.
So
Mhm.
this is a little thicker, but they come in fun colors. Like these are two of the colors that I use. So for scripture writing, I always write the scriptures in one color and then I do the comments in another to separate them. So I just like, I don't know, I like variety. And
Mhm.
I like that you can get these in a variety of colors and they're very smooth, which is a high priority for me. I can't stand a pen that skips. I'll immediately chunk it.
Mhm.
And these don't do that. They're soft. They're a little bit bigger barrel, which also I think helps my hands, just the arthritis in my hands. Um, and I don't know, I just like them. Pens are kind of a personal thing, right? You like what you like, and you can't really change what that is. But if you like smooth gel pens, I haven't noticed that they smear. You know, a lot of people with that are left-handed have trouble with that. So I don't know, this might, but I've never noticed it smearing on me. So uh
Mhm.
Papermate, Inkjoy, gel pens, .7, Amazon, cheap.
They are. That's what I have in my desk in the library upstairs. And I keep, actually, it's the Bear Valley mug, the big green mug that they have. I have all the colors because I've ordered the multi-packs, and that's what I keep in mind. We have two separate pen stacks. The upstairs one is mine because they're good pens, and the downstairs one is Neil's because they're icky pens. And he likes pens of all
Here.
shapes and sizes and doesn't care. Yeah. So if I run across a pen that I hate, I tuck it in his.
Okay. Sounds good.
A
Sounds
bad pen
nice.
makes me grouchy.
Yeah.
I'm not having it.
Oh,
Life's too
life is too
short.
short. Okay.
Okay, so my last one is a shampoo and conditioner that I've started using thanks to Michelle Wheat. When we were working together in the camp kitchen, I was talking about, thanks to lovely hormone shifts, I feel like my hair, I don't know this for sure, but I feel like my hair is coming out more, like I'm losing more hair than usual. And so anyway, she recommended Nioxin,
Yeah.
if you've ever seen this. And they have different types. So she uses the one for color treated hair, and I use this one for natural or untreated hair since I ditched the dye. But it feels amazing. So you put a little bit and you massage it into your scalp,
Mhm.
and it has essential oils in it. I believe. But it's got to have peppermint in it because it smells like peppermint and it tingles like
Yeah.
peppermint. But you just massage it into your scalp and it feels so good. And you do the same thing with the conditioner. It also has that pepperminty kind of smell. And you don't normally massage conditioner into your scalp, but you do with this stuff. And so I've been using it since camp, which was June, early June-ish. So, a month maybe. And I can already tell a difference. At first, I wasn't sure, but I can already tell a difference just based on the amount of hair that's coming out in the shower. And I thought it was just going to be sort of more of a thickener or something, but it's not. It really has like helped, I think, with scalp health and hair loss and stuff like that. So if anybody else has the fun hormone stuff, oh, Michelle Wheat said that her doctor told her about it because her doctor said they recommend this for like chemo
Okay.
patients and things like that. So anyway, Nioxin, scalp and
I've
hair.
seen,
It's
I've
kind of
seen,
expensive, not too bad. I mean, a lot, it's relative. A lot of people spend a lot of money on shampoo and conditioner. But if I get it at TJ Maxx because it's way cheaper, if you just keep your eyes out, you can find it there. And this great big old bottle is 19.99. Whereas
yeah,
you'll pay more than that for half the size in a regular store. So.
yeah, or a salon. That's what I was gonna say is I've seen it at TJ Maxx, but I didn't know if you could find that particular one there. So Good to
Yeah,
know.
not every time, but I just keep my eyes open and when I see it, I grab it.
Okay, I found my last one, and it's not yet a favorite thing, but I know it's going to become a favorite thing
Oh.
because, well, your sister has one, Lynn
Mhm.
has one, so I got this for John, the
Oh
camera
yeah.
feeder, because we have this bird thing now that we sit out on the deck and watch the birds. And I thought, how fun to have one that you can see them up close and just see when I don't know, it's just fun because we've reached that age where we like to sit and watch the birds, and now we can sit and watch them from the privacy of our own camera phone. But
Yeah,
we
so
haven't
read
put it
what
up
it
yet.
is for the people who aren't watching.
Oh, I guess I should have said that.
Mhm.
A bird feeder camera. So it's a bird feeder. You put food in it, and it has a camera on the right in front of where the bird will perch to eat the food. So I don't know if it takes videos because Lynn has sent me videos before, and I've seen some from Christy too. But it'll send you images, and I guess it alerts you when you've got a bird on your feeder. So I'll be sure and send you all 20 images of the birds every day. Or if
Thank
there's
you.
more, I'll send you even more.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll become my favorite thing too.
Can you
I
hear
ended
the
up
phone
getting one of
ding? But
those
it's
for
me.
my mom and Ray because Christy was having so much fun with hers. I tried to convince Christy to do like a series out of them because she kept
Yeah.
coming up with all these funny little dialogues for the
Uh-huh.
the film, of the birds out there, and they were hilarious. But
And squirrels. I guess squirrels were getting up there too. I
yeah.
think hers is bigger than this one because I think from what I can remember, it has like a whole tray in front, or it looks like it. And this is smaller than that. But yeah, thanks for reminding me to say what it was because if you're not watching, you can't see.
Well, I started wondering, have I done that for any of mine? I just show it and maybe really didn't actually say words for
Yeah,
anybody who's just listening, which is most people. They're just
most people.
most people are just listening. All right, so that was fun. The reason we keep doing this is because it's so much fun to share these things. But I don't have any good gossip to share. Do you?
I do. I
Okay,
do.
good. I saw
Guess what
you request. Yeah, I saw you. What did you hear?
I heard several things. And one of them is from Pam Bowles. And she said her son-in-law, John Onke, drives 2.5 hours to mow her lawn. She said
Oh,
he's so good to her. And then another friend who said she would prefer to remain anonymous said that a new member at their congregation that just walked in the door and was studied with told us that his significant other, so it was a man that came in the door and they studied with him, his wife was not the least bit interested in studying, but she did come several months later and she said that she saw that she was immediately surrounded by women and others who were introducing themselves. So they made her feel welcome. And
wow.
then I had a couple more, but I'm going to save them for next week just in case I don't have any good gossip next week.
Okay, that's awesome.
But
Very
it was
good.
fun because on that post today, it was kind of like, tell me something good. And everybody was chiming in with good things that were going on in their lives. So maybe go check out our page and see what people are saying.
Well, part of my problem is it hasn't been, we're recording early this week, like Monday. So
Yeah.
the day of the release of our last episode. And so we really haven't had a lot of time for me to be, and we've been out of town. So I just haven't had a lot of time to
Yeah.
troll for good news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
But
found two.
fun conversation and safe travels to you and everything going on. I've enjoyed sharing things and talking with you as always. And until next time,
Keep looking up.
keep looking up. Love you, friend.
Talk to you soon.